Hi everyone, I'm Kathy and I'm going to teach you this beautiful Shantipat mantra, this Sanskrit mantra, um, Asatoma. So let me just chant it for you one time so you get the feel of how it sounds, and then I'll teach you the pronunciation, the correct pronunciation, and then we'll chant it a little bit together. So it goes like this. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamaso Jyotir Gamaya Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. So you can hear how rhythmic it is, and you can hear what the tone is. And this is the prescribed way to chant this mantra. And as I spoke about in the article, when we chant it correctly, the vibration of the mantra becomes the form of the mantra. So we're chanting this beautiful mantra to move us from darkness to light, to move us from illusion to truth, to move us from our fear of death to this wonderful nectar of our own reality, our own nature, which is unborn, undying, immortal. So when we chant it in the correct way, with the correct pronunciation and the correct pacing, we begin to embody the light, the truth, the knowledge of our immortality. So let's just get started in the pronunciation. So the first line goes like this, word by word. Asatoma. Now the sound, we put the teeth, or excuse me, the tongue right behind our front teeth. Da, 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 to make that sound. Try that with me. Da, da, da. Good. So asato, asato, asato. The next word, ma. That's pretty easy. Asato ma. The next word, Sadgamaya, Sadgamaya, Sadgamaya. So that first line, Asatoma Sadgamaya. When we make the sound in Sadgamaya, we also put the tongue against the front teeth and draw it back. Da, da, da. Just like we did in Asatoma Sadgamaya. So that first line, Asatoma Sadgamaya. Do it again. Asatoma Sadgamaya. Good. The next line. Again, we're going to put the tongue behind the front teeth, draw it back. Da, da, Tamaso, Tamaso. Do that with me. Tamaso, Tamaso. And then Tamaso Mā, Tamaso Mā, Tamaso Mā. The next word is a little tricky because we go from the ja sound to the ya sound. So it's like this. Jyo, Jyotir, Jyotir. So again, we put that tongue on the back of the front teeth for tir. Jyotir, Jyotir. One more time. Jyotir. And then Gamaya, like we did in the first line. So that second line. Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya. Good. And the last line, again, a little tricky. The first little word, we have to notice that there's something that looks like an R with a dot under it. So we make that sound in a special place in our mouth. So here's how you find it. You put the tongue on the back of the front teeth and you draw it back right to the middle of the palate, or right behind this little speed bump of tissue. So go ahead and do that with me. Put your tongue on the back of your front teeth and start to draw the tongue back against the roof of your mouth. You'll feel that little speed bump. Right behind that speed bump is where you place your tongue for Mṛtyormā. 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 Again, Mṛtyormā. It's almost like a rolled R in Spanish, but not quite. Mṛtyormā. And then you see another R with a dot under it. So that would be Amṛtaṁ. 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 And then Gamaya again. So that last whole line, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ, Gamaya. So let's do all three line by line. I'll do it once and you repeat the line. And then I think we will have learned it enough to begin to chant it. So it goes like this. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Let's do it again. Asatoma Sadgamaya. Now you do that line. Asatoma Sadgamaya. The next line. Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya. Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya. And the last line. Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Mṛtyormā, Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Good. All right. So I talked about the mala beads in the article. These are the mala beads. And there are 108 mala beads. And you can chant the whole 108 by just sliding that bead over your finger with each repetition of the mantra. Now, the prescribed way to use the mala is that you lay it over your middle finger. You don't touch it with your index finger or your thumb, or excuse me, your index finger, and you just slide each bead over with your thumb. And this counts through the whole 108. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought that we could chant just 9 repetitions of the mantra for the purpose of your training, your learning this mantra. So we will get started. You'll catch the rhythm as we go. So just close your eyes for a moment. Hopefully you have your piece of paper in front of you so that you can read it because you haven't memorized it as I have. So you can go ahead and read through it as we chant. But for a moment, close your eyes and just sit nice and tall. Press up through your crown. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your skin begin to soften, and let your muscles begin to soften. But we'll still extend up through the crown to make sure that we're sitting nice and tall for our mantra. All right. So we'll take an inhale together and begin to chant. Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya, Asato Mā Sadgamaya, Tamaso Mā Jyotir Gamaya, Mṛtyormā Amṛtaṁ Gamaya. Thank you for learning this mantra. It's a beautiful mantra, and the more we chant it, the more we spread peace throughout the world. We are adding our voices to the millions of voices that have chanted this for thousands of years and are still chanting it all over the world. All right. Thank you so much for being with me.